See next question. Question number 23. Question number 23, I will read the question. If the first and nth term of a GP are A and B respectively. First term is A. And nth term, how will you write the nth term? AR raised to n minus 1. That is B given. Then some product of first n terms. Product of first n terms is denoted by the letter P. Okay, not the point. First point A. Okay, first term A. Nth term B, that is AR raised to n minus 1 is B. And the product of n terms, is P. Okay, that is P equal to A into AR square etc. AR raised to n minus 1. Okay, that is A into A. How many times? N times. A into A square. A into A 3 times is A cube. And A into A up to n times we can write A raised to n. Then R raised to 1 into R raised to 2 into R raised to 3 etc. S exponential law, sum of the powers. X raised to m into X raised to n is X raised to m plus n. That is R raised to 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n minus 1. Okay, and this is NAP you have studied. 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n minus 1. Total number of terms n minus 1. Okay, and sum of these n minus 1 terms is n by 2 into first term plus last term. That is n minus 1 by 2 into n minus 1 plus 1. That is n into n minus 1 by 2. Okay, that is A raised to n into R raised to n into n minus 1 by 2. Okay, but we have to calculate P square. In the question, the required term is P square, not P. Then squaring both sides, that is A raised to n, R raised to n into n minus 1 by 2 whole square. X into y whole square is x square into y square. That is A raised to 2n. R raised to, these two cancelled, n into n minus 1. Okay. Then P square we can write A square into, we can take n outside from these two terms, n, here n. That is A square into R raised to n minus 1 whole raised to n. Okay. Then A square, we can write A square as A into A. That is A into A. Then R raised to n minus 1 whole raised to n. But we know A into R raised to n minus 1 is B given. By substituting, P square is equal to A into B whole raised to n. That is 23rd question. Then 24th one, question number 24. If the 24th question, show that the ratio of the sum of first n terms of a GP to the sum of next n terms, that is n plus 1 to 2 nth terms, is 1 by R raised to n. Okay, you should write the question from the textbook. Show that the ratio of the sum of first n terms to the sum of the terms from n plus 1 to 2n. See, the first n terms a1, a2 up to an. The next term, n plus 1th term up to 2n terms. Okay, then total we have 2n terms. Here a1 to an means first n terms in the first case. Second case again n terms, but the first term is an plus 1, the last term is 2nth term. Okay, the first term, here first term a1, number of terms n. Okay, then how will you calculate the sum of n terms of a GP? A into 1 minus R raised to n by 1 minus R. And similarly, the sum of next n terms of a GP in second case. In second case, the total number of terms no change, that is n. But instead of A, here the first term is a n plus 1. Not that point. The first term is not A, it is a n plus 1, n plus 1th term. How will you write n plus 1th term? Nth term is AR raised to n minus 1. N plus 1th term is AR raised to n into 1 minus R raised to n by 1 minus R. No change. It is the same AP, common ratio. Number of terms, they are same. This term we can cancel. We will get A by AR raised to n. Again, A we can cancel. The answer become 1 by R raised to n. Okay. The next one, 27th question. Okay. One similar question you have done in the exercise 9.2 arithmetic progression also. Question number 27. Find the value of n so that A raised to n plus 1 plus B raised to n plus 1 whole divided by A raised to n plus B raised to n may be the geometric mean between A and B. Okay, actually, what is the geometric mean between A and B? We know the formula. The geometric mean between A and B is root of AB. But in question it is given the geometric mean is A raised to n plus 1 plus b raised to n plus 1 whole divided by a raised to n plus b raised to n. Okay, that means we can equate the geometric mean. Actually, this is the geometric mean, and in question it is given this is the geometric mean. Okay, but in exponential law, root of ab, the square root, we will write ab whole raised to 1 by 2. Cube root of x, we will write x raised to 1 by 3. Fourth root, we can write x raised to 1 by 4, etc. Okay, then cross multiply ab whole raised to half into a raised to n plus b raised to n. ab whole raised to half means a raised to half into b raised to half. Change in the bracket, a raised to half into a raised to n, a raised to n plus half into b raised to half. Then a into b raised to half into b raised to n, that is b raised to n plus half. Okay, then grouping the terms, a raised to n plus 1 minus a raised to n plus half, b raised to half equal to b raised to n plus half, a raised to half minus b raised to n plus 1. We can take the common factor outside, a raised to n plus 1 from half from the left side and b raised to n plus half from the right side. Then inside the bracket we will get a raised to half minus b raised to half. From the term a raised to n plus 1, we are taking a raised to n plus half outside. Okay, from 1 we are taking half, the remaining a raised to half. Okay, and similarly here also. Then we will get a raised to n plus 1 n plus half equal to b raised to n plus half. Then two results we have studied. If a equal to b, a minus b equal to 0 or a by b equal to 1. And here we are writing a raised to n plus half divided by b raised to n plus half or a by b whole raised to n plus half equal to 1. But the right side also we can write in terms of a by b, 1, any number 1, we can write a by b whole raised to 0. Here the base are equal, we can equate the power. N plus 1 by 2 equal to 0. What is the value of n? N is equal to negative 1 by 2. Okay. Yes, question number 32 of the same exercise. The arithmetic mean and geometric mean of the roots of the quadratic equation, roots means solution, of the quadratic equation are 8 and 5 respectively. Then obtain the quadratic equation. We can take the roots or solutions are a and b respectively. Okay, the arithmetic mean of a and b, we know a plus b by 2. Geometric mean is root of ab. Okay, from the first condition, arithmetic mean a plus b by 2 equal to 8. What is a plus b? 2 into 8, 16. What is a? We can write 16 minus b. And from the geometric mean, root of ab equal to 5, squaring both sides, ab equal to 25. And here instead of a, we can substitute 16 minus b. Change in the bracket, 16b minus b square equal to 25. Or transposing all the terms to the right side, we can write this as b square minus 16b plus 25 equal to 0. Question, obtain the equation only. Okay, then if the solutions are required, you can find the value of b, that is the solution, by using quadratic formula. Okay. See, the next one is the 11th question. 11th question, evaluate sigma k is equal to 1 to 11, 2 plus 3 raised to k. Summation k is equal to 1 to 11. Sigma means summation. We have to find the sum of these 11 terms. Okay, we can find the terms by substituting k is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 11. First, when k is equal to 1, the term is 2 plus 3 raised to 1. K equal to 2, 2 plus 3 square. K equal to 3, 2 plus 3 cube, etc. The last term by substituting k equal to 11, 2 plus 3 raised to 11. See, the terms 2 plus 3, 5. 2 plus 3 square is 9 plus 2, 11. The next term is 2 plus 3 cube, 29. Okay, which is not an AP, not a GP. That is a special sequence. Okay, then we have to find the sum by rearranging the terms. First, we can arrange the first term. 2, 2, 2. How many times? 11 times. 2 plus 2 plus 2 up to 11 times. And the second term 3, 3 square up to 3 raised to 11. Okay, we can add 2, 2, 2 11 times, that is 11 into 2. And see, the second sequence is the GP, you know. First term 3, common ratio 3, number of terms 11. What is the formula? A into r raised to n minus 1 by r minus 1. A is 3, r is 3, n is 11. Then we will get the answer. Okay, and this is a special sequence. We have to rearrange the terms for finding the sum. We can discuss the next question, that is question number 28. Okay, it is not very important, but it is a variety question. You have studied the result in lower classes. See, I'll read the question number 28. The sum of two numbers, let it be A and B, sum of two numbers, A plus B, is 6 times their geometric mean. We are taking the numbers A and B. Sum of the numbers, A plus B. What is their geometric mean? Root of AB. Okay, 6 times their geometric mean. We can write A plus B equal to 6 times root of AB. A plus B equal to 6 times root of AB. And we have to prove that the ratio between the numbers, that is A is to B, equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 is to 3 minus 2 root 2. What is the question? The ratio of the numbers A is to B equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 is to 3 minus 2 root 2. Okay, then note the result. See, A plus B is 6 into root of AB. For cancelling this radical, we can square both sides. That is A plus B whole square is 36 6 square, root of AB square, AB itself. Okay, then expanding A square plus 2AB plus B square equal to 36AB. Or A square plus B square is 34AB. Okay, or we can write A square plus B square, 34AB we can write 2AB into 17, right? Or A square plus B square divided by 2AB equal to 17. And here we are using the result, componendo and dividendo. Okay, I hope you heard this proportion in lower classes, componendo and dividendo. What is componendo and dividendo? If the ratio A by B equal to C by D, then A plus B, sum of the numerator and denominator, A plus B by A minus B is same as C plus D by C minus D. This ratio is called CD formula, that is componendo and dividendo. Okay, what is componendo and dividendo? If A by B equal to C by D, then we can write A plus B by A minus B equal to C plus D by C minus D. Okay, and here we are applying this ratio, A square plus B square plus 2AB by A square plus B square minus 2AB equal to 17. We can write 17 by 1. That is 17 plus 1 by 17 minus 1. Then what is A square plus B square plus 2AB? We know the identity, A plus B whole square. And A square plus B square minus 2AB, what is it? A minus B whole square. Okay, that is 18 by 16. By cancelling by 2, we can write 9 by 8. Okay, for cancelling this square, we will take the square root on both sides. That is A plus B by A minus B equal to square root of 9, 3. Square root of root 8. Root 8 we can write 4 into 2, 2 root 2. Then again we are applying the same ratio, componendo and dividendo. That is A plus B plus A minus B by A plus B minus A minus B equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 by 3 minus 2 root 2. Okay, and here B get cancelled, here A get cancelled. We can write 2A by 2B. 2 cancelled. That is A by B equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 by 3 minus root 2, 2 root 2, or the ratio is A is to B is equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 is to 3 minus 2 root 2. This calculation is simple. Okay, I hope you remember the formula CD proportion, componendo and dividendo. If A by B equal to C by D, then we can write A plus B by A minus B equal to C plus D by C minus D. See, the next is a special question. Okay, evaluate 9 plus 99 plus 999 plus 9999 plus etc. up to n times. Okay, and see, actually this is not an AP and not a GP. This is not a sequence. That is a special sequence. Okay, and we have to convert this sequence either into AP or GP. See, and this is a special number 9. We can write 9 as 10 minus 1. 99, 100 minus 1, that is 10 square minus 1. 999, we can write 1000 minus 1, 10 cube minus 1, etc. Okay, then see, by grouping the first term, 10, 10 square, 10 cube, etc. Okay, this is a GP with first term 10, common ratio again 10. And similarly grouping the second term minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 up to n times. That is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 up to n times. Okay, then this is a GP. First term A, common ratio 10 and number of terms is n itself. Okay, that is A into R raised to n minus 1 by R minus 1. Adding negative 1 up to n times, that is negative 1 into n, and we will get the answer 10 into 10 raised to n minus 1 whole divided by 9 minus n. Or cross multiplying, we can write 10 into 10 raised to n minus 1 minus 9n whole divided by 9. And similarly, by using this result, we can do the question 8 plus 88 plus 888, okay, etc. And similarly, we can do any types of these questions, 777 or 666, etc. See, 888, 888, etc. First, we have to convert this sequence in terms of 9, 99, etc. We can take the common factor 8 outside. Then now the sequence becomes 1, 11, 111, etc. Then multiplying and dividing by 9, otherwise value will change. Okay, multiplying and dividing by 9, the sequence becomes 8 by 9 into 9 plus 99 plus 999, etc. Now, okay, this is the previous question. We can substitute the result. Okay, we will get the answer 8 by 9 into 10 into 10 raised to n minus 1 minus 9n whole divided by 9. Okay, and these are the variety questions of the exercise 9.3. Thank you.